Hi, welcome. Here's another video on Bandlabs. This video I'm hoping to go through and show you an understanding of the multi-track possibilities with this website. Let's move into it. Okay, so we're in Bandlab and we're in the mixer. When you first log in, you'll see this screen. Okay, and they're the options of what you can do to add in your tracks. So when doing multi-track recording, it's possible to use either the voice, guitar, bass, and instruments. So what I might do is let's get a few tracks in there. Let's add in a voice track, maybe a second voice track, an instrument track, and maybe a guitar track just for discussion purposes also. So we've got some tracks in there. So let's start with the voice track. So you've got it in there, you've got some tracks, you want to record something. So let's record voice. So here I am, I'm recording some voice for us to experiment with. And as you can see, I've just got one track recorded. So now, in order to have multiple tracks recorded, we've got to change a setting. So let's clear that out. Up in settings, you've got a button here called Enable MultiTrack Recording. So let's tick that, and you'll notice that there's been a difference that's happened down here. I've got this track is armed, but I've got this little faint dot on all of these. So when I select these first two, I can now record with these first two channels. But when I select the next one, you'll notice that I can only record with two channels at once. This is a limitation of the website from what I understand. When I contacted Bandlabs, you can only record two channels into this. So it's a little bit of an issue, but you can work around it. There's nothing stopping you recording on two channels and then selecting another two channels. If I unselect that one, there we go, got that one, unselect that one, and I could record with those two channels. If I unselect that one, no, how am I doing it? Go to this one. Okay, now I can select these two channels. So it's possible to do your multiple tracks recording. If this is in a home setup, I'm using this interface. Okay, and with this interface, I've got four channels there selected. I can plug in multiple things, but it'll only recognize the first two channels. Okay, but that doesn't mean that I don't. Coming back into our little mixer over here, let's look at guitar, for example. Into the source, I can select channel 2. I can select channel 1 of my interface. Okay, it won't recognize the other two channels that I happen to have on my interface. Other things you can do, you can record a stereo channel. Okay, so I'll leave that one for you to have a bit of a play around with. But let's go through the process. Let's go back to the voice track and the instrument track. So I've got the voice. You can see that my voice isn't coming. I've got to make sure it's coming through channel 1. So I've got my voice armed there. Let's go to the piano track. So selecting that, I've got my piano selected. Okay, that's coming through. Although it's quite loud on the recording, let's bring that down a bit. So let's have a go at this now. We've got the two tracks armed. Let's give it a go. Okay, so I'm recording the piano and my voice. Okay, so I'm recording the piano and my voice. Okay, so I could then go and disarm this, move down, I could then record my next track. So it's possible to do multiple track recordings with this, but you do have the limitations of only two channels at once. It's not a full-on digital recording setup, but it definitely caters for the home user, for students, for in the classroom. With simple interface, you can do something that's recorded really well. Okay, so hopefully that's been helpful. That you'll be able to do multiple track recordings. You can definitely comment below. Let me know how you go with this particular feature. And if you have any other tips or if you want any help with these sorts of things, definitely comment below. Don't forget, as usual, subscribe, hit the like button, so you can know about any more videos that I might be doing. Thanks for your time.